throughout the interviews, I'm always saying this one thing, that the reason, people ask why did you do this film, and for me it was him. It was completely him, because when he narrated me the script and he told me the characters I was totally convinced. And the way he narrates, it was just like I could almost visualize how the film is going to be, and I can say that really proudly that it turned out to be much more than that. Yes, I'm really proud that I'm part of a film which has such an excellent cast and such great actors. And I wish I had certain scenes with them, but I don't. I think that way the guys are really lucky. They could work with them. But overall, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it.
I'll give you two reasons, Faisal. One is the real reason. One is the made-up reason. No, I'm joking. Sid and Fahad were characters that were or are very relatable characters. The story revolves around these two boys and their journey that they take, through all the challenges that they face. So it was essential for me that the audience, would relate to the characters, when they see the faces. So it was easy for us because, Summer and Vibhav, this is their first film. They molded themselves into the character and they became Sid and Fahad. So when someone watches the film right now, they've also started to address them as Sid and Fahad, which is I would say slightly difficult if you are a known face. So that is one of the reasons why we wanted to go with relatively newer faces. Also because this is the first film for me. So I also wanted a little bit of comfort while we were working on the set, and these guys made the whole filming process, I would say, a treat. They would listen, they would ask, they would learn, they would teach. It was a very a cohesive environment on the set. And off the record, these are the only two that agreed. No, that was a joke.
Before my innings as an actor, I was an accountant and I was working in Melbourne, and I was studying there as well. So when I was at uni, I used to have friends from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and for the Australians, we're all Desis. We look the same. So we had this cricket team, Desis versus Australians. So it was a wonderful atmosphere, good experience, and the culture is pretty much the same. So all these differences, between India, Pakistan, I don't see it. It's essentially we're one. So yeah, that's it pretty much for me.
I think both of them have already said most of the things, and absolutely, yeah. Saying this, we can't be friends. The friendship is not constrained within the borders or within religion. It's not that he or she is Hindu or Muslim, so we can't love them, we can't be friends with them. There's nothing like it. And I think friendship is the most purest form of relation, most purest form of any relationship. So yeah, this is something which you choose yourself. This is something which is not given to you. आपके ऊपर थोपा नहीं जाता ये. So yeah, you choose your friends because your heart wants it. आप खुद से it's your because
it comes from within.
Yeah,
basically.
It comes from within basically.
I've shared this point earlier in the day as well, that when my daughter, who's 5 years old, when she comes back from school, she said, Dad, I made a new friend today and her name is Alicia. And then next day, I made Hamza as he's my best friend today. The next day it's Farhana, and then it's Pooja, and then it's Neha. She never comes and tells me that I made a Romanian friend or an Indian friend or a Pakistani friend or a Hindu or a Muslim. I think that is what caught on to me. It was like, this is friendship in its absolute pure form. So when you see the boys on screen, when you see the film, you will see that they don't talk about which country, which side they come from, which religion they have. They just talk about what matters to them the most. So that's what I saw, something there which I thought that the world should get a glimpse of, and hence the film.
There is not just one thing. I think there are many things which is common between these two nations. सबसे पहले तो उन्हें भी हमारा जो the kind of food we like, they also like the same kind of food. We are in totally awe of our films. So are they. They speak like us. More or less the language is the same. So yeah, it's just not one. I think there are many.
Swear words, I think, are very similar. You know, when I talk, you know, that's pretty much what you get to hear. You know, it's like, oh wow, you know, are you really from across the border? Because that's what you know, my neighbor also says. So
Absolutely, the culture is pretty much the same. So as Samar said, everything, you know, from the food we eat to the films we watch, you know, the music we listen to, you know, the clothes we wear, it's pretty much all the same.
my friend had asked me, you know, you're making this film, but I can't tell the difference. So Saran, my co-producer, he asked, you know, I really can't tell the difference. You know, you both look the same. And my point was, yes, you know, just like I can't tell the difference between a Romanian and a Hungarian, you know, it's because we're from the same continent, we kind of look similar as well.
It was a great experience, yeah. I mean, till now I have just seen him as an actor, you know, since my childhood I have grown up watching him. But after meeting him, I can clearly say he's a gem of a person. Yeah, and he was a legend in so many ways. You know, he made sure I was completely comfortable while I was shooting with him. We had so many intense scenes to shoot, but I think because he had a terrific sense of humor, he kept the atmosphere on the set very light and happy. So yeah, and also he gave me so many tips to, you know, how to internalize the character, which can, you know, really help me bring out the right emotion out of it.
When we started to tell this story, the objective was not to change people's perceptions. It was to show them, you know, a different sort of reality, which is what you know, I believe we've tried to achieve through this film, and our hope, our belief is that if people watch this film and they're able to associate with what we've tried to showcase. And a few of them are able to change their basic perception or gain a better understanding of what it is to live in an environment which is, you know, outside of the current environment that we live in, we will, I think we would have done our job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.